So, just to start off generally, just why would Michigan benefit from a second term of the Whitmer administration?
So we've really laid the foundation for generations of Michiganders to thrive. Historic investment in public education, tripling tutors, expanding literacy coaches. This is how we get our kids back on track. We put 170,000 Michiganders on a path to skills, tuition-free, higher education and skills training. We've landed record investments when it comes to securing the future of the auto industry, building out life sciences and semiconductors here in Michigan. And we're fighting to make sure that Michigan's a place where women can still make their own decisions about their health and their bodies and their futures. So we've gotten a lot of good stuff done. It is now time to put our foot on the accelerator so that we can secure this economy for future generations.
What about fulfilling some previous campaign promises, things like obviously continuing to fix roads, repealing the retirement tax, Line 5? What would you like to get done in your second term that you haven't gotten done?
My hope is in a second term I'll have a legislature that better reflects the will of the people of Michigan, that can work with me, because repealing the retirement tax, I have tried to get it done with this legislature and they just won't do it. Making sure that we protect our Great Lakes and build out alternative energy solutions so that we are energy independent continues to be important, and that's where Line 5 comes into the conversation. It is a ticking time bomb. This is a company that's responsible for the biggest inland spill in North America, and it happened to be in Kalamazoo. So we got to get that out of the water. We're also continuing to move forward on processing the permits for the tunnel, and we're waiting on the feds so that can continue. But in the meantime, that line in the water poses a huge risk to our state. And the roads. We've rebuilt 13,000 lane miles, 900 bridges. We just worked in a bipartisan manner to put another $4.8 billion into this effort and build out water infrastructure. So that work will absolutely continue. It's got to.
Let me ask you about Proposal 3. If Proposal 3 hypothetically fails, you mentioned your core battles up there as well. If those don't go your way, what options do you have as governor to keep abortion access legal in Michigan?
Well, ultimately, we have an opportunity to vote on this ballot initiative, but a governor is still going to play a big part in what those rights look like. And that's why, if the ballot initiative fails, we still have my lawsuit that is pending in front of the state Supreme Court. So I'll continue to pursue that. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that this young generation of women and girls has the same rights I've had my whole life virtually. And that's what's really at stake here as we think about a Michigan that can draw and attract young talent and keep them here. Not having real full civil rights as Americans will serve us, be a disadvantage for us. And that's just one additional reason why this fight is important.
I wanted to ask you to elaborate on something that you mentioned during the last gubernatorial debate about your response to COVID. You said, knowing what you know now, there were things that you may have gone back and done differently. What would you have done differently?
Well, had we known the respiratory nature of the virus, which no one globally knew, we thought it would pass through touching the same thing, which is what viruses of past have been spread. I would have invested Michigan in making masks. We would have supplied the whole world with masks. We transitioned quickly when we realized the respiratory nature of this virus, but that was one example of something that if we had the knowledge we do now and could go back in time, that would have made a big difference.
And again, I know that you were working again with a GOP legislature. That could very well be the case again in your second term. So, how do you foster bipartisanship? How do you work with the legislature that at a lot of times wasn't willing to work with you?
I gotta tell you, I turn the other cheek. I don't take anything personally. My job to deliver for the people of Michigan is a lot more important than my ego or my needs, and that's what I've always put at the center of the work. And that's why I continue to negotiate with legislators who shared stages with people that were convicted of plotting to kill me. I'll turn the other cheek every time because the people of Michigan matter most to me. And so if I can work under the circumstances we've had the last 3.5 years with a very partisan at times legislature, I can work with anybody.
Sure, and that trial was something I wanted to ask about, and I know Joe's going to keep that time, but we that was here in our market. That trial was in Grand Rapids for those federal charges. Those men were walking around. We interviewed them at the second trial. What were your thoughts on that verdict, the not guilty verdicts, and then of course, what were your thoughts on the several individuals who have been found guilty?
Well, I wasn't on the jury, and to be honest, I didn't follow everything. I got too much to do. But I will say that I do think that it's important that we hold people accountable. One of the most dangerous things to our democracy are people that sow conspiracy theories. And encourage violence against office holders, people that are trying to diminish our confidence in institutions. That is the biggest threat to our democracy right now. And so when someone does plot and take steps to kidnap and kill another American, we have to hold them accountable. So I was glad to see the accountability. I think it's really important that this nation sees this moment as a turning point. We're either going to continue down this dangerous road, or we're going to protect our democracy. That too is on this ballot.
Yeah, certainly, and I'm sure you're referencing Proposal 2. What would you say to those who are already sowing seeds of doubt into this year's coming election?
I'm not just talking about Proposal 2, although I am going to vote in favor of it because I do think it's another step to secure and protect and expand our access to the ballot, and I think that's important in a democracy. But I'm talking about, we just went through a violent insurrection at our nation's capital. The person that inspired it has endorsed the 3 candidates for governor, attorney general, and secretary of state. If we go in that direction, I worry about what it means for our democracy. I really do. It's not hyperbole. They've been sowing conspiracy theories. They don't accept the results of the 2020 election, even though it's been audited 250 times, including by the Republican Senate, and found to be a fair and free election. That's what I worry about. They're already laying the groundwork not to accept an election that's 16 days from now. You can't just love democracy when your party wins. The people are more important than any one person or any political party.
Inflation is at a 40-year high, and I know, of course, as we touched on in the Wood debate, you can't do anything about national inflation, but what can you do to bring prices down at the pump, at the grocery store for Michiganders?
Well, we've done a lot of things to keep money in people's pockets. You're right, a governor can't address global inflation. But what we can do is take down the cost of daycare, which we have done for 150,000 families. We've also expanded TRI-Share, which started here in this part of the state, right? The state picks up a third of the cost of daycare, the parent does and the employer does. It's a way we can help people keep money in their pockets. Leveling the cost of tuition for 170,000 Michiganders so they can get skills and get into better paying jobs. These are all ways we can keep money in people's pockets. I think it's important to know that over the last 3.5 years, we have paid down $14 billion of state debt. We've amassed a record rainy day fund. We've gotten our credit rating upgraded a couple of times. So we've been really fiscally responsible and made long overdue historic investments in things that really matter. We could do more. I've proposed pause on sales tax at the pump. I have proposed eliminating the retirement tax. I have proposed tripling the earned income tax credit for people that are working full-time but can't keep their head above water. All those proposals are pending in front of our Republican legislature. If they wanted to give people relief, we could do it quick, and I'd be an eager partner.
Yeah, certainly. Time for 2 more questions. Okay, perfect. I'm going to be selfish for a second. We have a debate coming up on Tuesday. What topics would you like to address in that debate that we had in the Wood debate?
Well, because not every part of our state was able to see the Wood debate, I think it is important to talk about the fundamentals we know are on front and center for people. Inflation, our economy, education, abortion, guns, crime. I think that these are central to building a Michigan where every person can get ahead. And that's what I hear as I talk to people all across our state. And so I'm sure that's something that the viewers will be interested in and seeing the stark differences.
Yeah, last question I have for you too is on no fault. Obviously you made that decision to try and bring down the cost of the average driver's insurance, but it did leave about 18,000 catastrophic crash victims without a lot of access to the care that they need. It closed a lot of doors for a lot of care providers that just couldn't function without those funds. How do we take care of those folks? How do we take care of the care providers and the catastrophic crash victims, and not just the ones that were grandfathered in, but every day there are victims that are being created by catastrophic crashes. How do we help everybody?
Well, we know that across the country, Michigan had the highest insurance rates in the nation. We had a lot of people that were driving illegally, right? They couldn't afford the insurance, but they had to get to work. So consumers said we want to have some choices like they do in all the other states. So we gave that. Worked with a Republican legislature to get it done. The goal was to keep money in people's pockets, and to a large extent that we've achieved that to some extent. I think that it's really important, though, that people who were injured get the care that they're entitled to, especially people that were injured before the law was signed. People that have contracted for different benefits, that was a part of the decision about what level of insurance to get. And so that's how it works in other states. But I do worry that we are losing some of the expertise we need in order to care for people that are catastrophically injured. And that's why I think it's important that we have timely payment, that we have a pay schedule that reflects closer to the cost of provision of those important services that people need.
Can you do any of that through executive order? Or will you need
I can. I need the legislature. Yeah, and I've told the legislature I'm eager to have that. Roll up our sleeves and see what we can do. This legislature has shown zero interest in it, and so I'm hopeful in a second term with a new set of legislators, maybe we can actually get something done.